I want to talk about sex, and I almost want to say you go first. It's so much fun, and there's so many opinions about...
We're back around to the same thing again, aren't we?
What other people think?
What other people think. And all day here today, we've been trying to talk you out of caring so much about what other people think. And we know it's sort of tricky territory because as you are integrated with so many others, and a lot of what you want has been born out of your comparison of what's going on with all of them. So on the one hand, we're saying, all right, use them to decide what you want, but then leave them and focus upon what you've decided that you want. Don't you think that's a good plan? Use the contrast to decide what you want, but then don't look back at what helped you decide what you want. Then just look at what you want. Because all of those opinions and all those, there are so many people living so many different ways, it will drive you crazy. Mm-hmm. What is the right way to do anything? There is always someone who will oppose you. There's always someone who thinks it's another way. Mm-hmm. And so there have been so many laws and rules that have been written around the subject of sexuality. And every one of them, someone from outside the vortex has written it. Mm-hmm. Wanting to control someone for some reason. Often it's for economic reasons that they want to control you. Your sexual rules really wind on this windy path, follow the economic tides, you see. Mm-hmm. But people get all moral about it and all certain that they've been receiving information from God about how you could behave. And we say, oh, the information that you're receiving from source is the impulse that is within you, you see. That impulse for intertwining, that impulse for interacting, that is a pure positive urge that comes forth from your knowledge of your well-being and from your expectation of continuing as a species, you see. Mm-hmm. And so there are no subjects as cluttered as the subject of sexuality other than religion, and most of the concern around religion has tied in with their concern around sexuality. Mm-hmm. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So there again, you have no choice, because you cannot possibly, it's not possible for any of you. Many of you think that you've found your way, but we are here to explain that it's not possible for anyone to take the behavioral patterns, even of what's present on your earth today, let alone how far back you try to go, and sort out from what people have been living the right way to live. Even if you don't try to sort it out and find the right way to live and teach it to everyone else, just finding the right way to live from among all that is there, it's not possible for you to find it, because there is so much about what is communicated by so many as the right way to live that's so outside the vortex that you got to go outside the vortex even to do your research. And when you're outside the vortex, you can't find the right way to live. You see, mm-hmm. You got to get in the vortex and follow your urge, in the vortex and follow your urge, in the vortex and follow your urge. And we're not just talking about sexual urges. We're talking about all impulses from inside the vortex. It's not possible for you to go astray of who you really are and all that you've come to be and do and have when you're inside the vortex. So the simple discussion that we want to have is, when you are trying to figure out, when you're trying to contemplate what everybody thinks about all of that, just ask yourself, how's it feeling? How's it feeling? How's it feeling? How's it feeling? And so much of it, in fact, most of it, if not all of it, feels uncomfortable. When you start asking those around you what they think about this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that, pretty soon you're unhappy with everything you've got because of the varied opinions. Mm-hmm. You could spend $1 million making your home as beautiful as possible and bring 10 interior designers in one at a time, and by the time the last one left, by the time the first one left, you wouldn't like your house anymore. Mm-hmm. Because they would say, well, we could change that and we could change that, and oh, what were they thinking about that? In other words, even though you picked it all and you liked it all very much, you see. Mm-hmm. So opinions from others are debilitating, and aligning with source will always buoy you.